The recording. Got it. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining in another lead generation roundtable. We are extremely happy to have you here. And let's start. I can see that people is joining. For today's roundtable, we actually needed to change the time. Usually we do it at 8 p.m. So if you see the recording, please let us know your questions and we will be happy to go back and to answer all your questions. For today's topic, seriously, it has been something that I really wanted to discuss for a long time because at some point I was one of those clients. At some point, long time ago, I reached to someone asking for help in my social media. And my question was, can you help me with my social media? And then I discovered that it's not actually the posting with matters. Okay, so let's actually get into, of course, we want to see your face, so turn on your camera and use the chat for questions. And change the names. For some reason, I think we have a bad plugin or something that everyone enters with the same name, but we are very, very glad that you're actually here. So guys, question, and let's start with this. From 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy creating social media posts? It is something that you enjoy or it is something that is a nightmare? Personally, for me, -5. No, I do enjoy, but well, look, even Adalesa says that 5. So I don't know for you, Mary, for how much do you enjoy
I'm
social
always
media?
mm, not much really. Yeah, I always feel like unless you have something really valuable to add to the discussion, it feels pointless and silly and a bit like.
Yes, that is actually a good point, and thank you for sharing. I think that if we don't know what to do, we feel silly. It's like what I should be posting, it's like we need the map, we need actually the guidance to go. And I think it's Papa Don. How are you? Welcome.
Yep. Hello,
Yeah.
young ladies. I see.
Thank you very much. You missed the last round table. We spoke about you in the TikTok. Actually, we
Well,
are a good fans of your TikTok.
well,
Babe.
thank you. I apologize for missing, but I was,
No, no, totally. You did, but we put you as an example about like how someone can be on TikTok, and you were part of the example.
even
Seriously.
even old guys, huh?
No, it's fantastic. Seriously. So tell me, Papadon, how much do you enjoy creating your TikToks? Is something that you enjoy, or is still like a pain?
No, I don't have a problem doing a TikTok. I have a problem. The problem that I have with it is the way I want to approach the content because
Yes.
I personally I'm not saying how anyone else does content. That's up to
Yeah.
them. But I don't personally want to be this is how much money I make. It's no one's business how much money I make.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, here's another way to do this, or here's $500, or here's this, whatever. I know you have to do that, but I struggle trying to keep it in the context of who I want to be because
Excellent.
my message is very simple. It is
Hmm.
you have to invest in yourself. You have to learn before you
Yes.
can earn. And so I watch a lot of videos.
Yes.
I'm inspired by there's a lot of great content out there.
Hmm.
And I just I, I I tried it. I'd love to be doing one or two or three a day. I mean, I've watched your partner there grow since she was first
I
got
know
started,
she's a superstar.
and she's a very impressive young lady. And I've watched that, and it works for her. And I'm trying. I'm still finding what works best for me. I try
Absolutely.
to stay above the fray. I really don't want to get into. Uh, Gee, I can make, you could be up to $10,000 a month within,
Yeah.
60 days.
No, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
That's not who I am. And plus I've got to, from a branding point of view, I don't want to be, I want to be, accepted for having something to say, having something meaningful that can help people.
Yeah.
And so saying that is what I spend a lot of time on. And I'm getting better. I'm spending a lot of my energy on copywriting
Lovely.
because
Excellent.
as I'm old and I've been through I've built some companies before. I've always had staffs. I've always had, I can lay out what I want to achieve, but I hired the people to do all the work. And so now at this later stage of my life, I find myself in that role of I get to do all the work.
Yeah,
And
it's your brand, isn't it? And
it's
thank you
my
very
thing.
much. Thank you very much for sharing, because you actually mentioned super important points. Is how you share your voice, your brand, and your content, without actually going and just promising or doing exactly what another person is doing just for the sake of getting more followers. So I think it's fantastic. And that actually comes to the iceberg, no? When someone comes to Ada and myself, I am the business consultant and Ada is the marketing expert. So they come to us and they said, ladies, can you please help me with my social media? And they actually think, just do some posting. When we ask, what do you want us to do? The usual, just do some posting or some reels or some, they go to Ada and it's like, oh, Ada, just make a TikTok viral for me, please. And Ada is like, well, it's not as easy, right? It's just pretty much the posting is the thing in the iceberg. And then all below is we need to have an amazing trust and credibility. We need to understand the buyer persona of our business. We need to have a strategy, sales business strategy with purpose. And then the usual, the mission, vision, and values that even though when maybe so many companies, they don't do it, is extremely important. So start thinking about posting and what I do outside. For today, I want to share our strategy, and we want to share with you what is working for us and what it has been extremely successful for our business. Okay, so uh, let's go to identify the topics that you want to post. Let's go to create and to show you how to create a good audience, engaging with them, and your blueprint copywriting. Okay, so saying that, in the last week, Ada actually introduced the terminology edutaining. We need to understand that our clients, they don't go to social media to become, to actually to learn. Personally, I'm talking by myself. I don't go to Instagram thinking, let's see how Instagram is going to give me all the knowledge that I need. No, I go to Instagram to actually have a good time. If I can find a video who gives me all the knowledge, it's amazing. And that is actually in the way that we need to start thinking, edutaining, provide education, but entertaining at the same time. So with this terminology, keep in mind that your posting, especially your social media posting, needs to be entertaining with the content that your audience needs, right? So going back, and even actually going back to the Papadon comment, what should I be posting? So in our experience, these are the 4 pillars that you need to be aware and that you need to provide to your audience. First, edutaining, educating, providing knowledge, but in an entertaining way. Second, inspire. And when I said inspire, is sharing your story. This is inspired because I was here and now I'm here, and I want to show you my transition. I want to show you my evolution. So you need to be inspired with your audience. Then connecting with your day-to-day stuff. Just connecting. How are you guys? And I think personally, Instagram is amazing in connecting because you have these stories, and when you have these stories, you can actually show your day-to-day. And then something super important as well is to sell. We need to tell the world what we do, for one-to-one or for workshops or for my next conference, please click here. We need to be more open to the idea to start posting sales stuff on the social media. So with this in mind, I want to actually share some examples of how you can actually do it. So the first example about edutaining of course, I'm putting Ada because like she's the queen of edutaining. And in this video, Ada posted on her LinkedIn the 4 ways to create an amazing video. So she actually explained it in a very simple way, educating, but being in merging that entertaining, the ways to do it. So it was a 23 seconds video. And in those 23 seconds, she provides the information that the client needs to create an important video, but in a very interacting way. And then you can see here all the interaction that she actually got. It's like, oh, this is amazing, thank you. And the comments, they were fantastic. So this is a very good post for the edutaining, okay? Then I want to tell you about Inspire. So Inspire, it can be a certification that you got or your before and after. So the before and after is super, is inspiring. When you see where that person was 4 years ago and then where the person is in present time, is inspiring. So I think it's something as well that we need to stop being, I don't know, maybe shy or ashamed is to provide or past. And this is something that I have been learning, me as an immigrant from Mexico. I came to Ireland, and the first 2 years I was working as a waitress. And to be honest, at some point I was thinking, oh my God, no one is going to hire someone that has been working as a waitress. And I actually thought that was actually like, I can be a black spot. And it has been all the opposite. When I actually share my story and I share in 6 years, this is all the achievements that I have, that I came so far. I got this. I'm from waitress. I became a business owner who runs a 6-figure coaching business. And when I share my story, people's like, oh, that is so cool. And to be honest, even personally, it reminds me that you can start from any point and goes. So keep open to the idea to share your story and why do you do what you do, okay? Another super important content is the connect. And in the way that you connect, as I said, is, sharing your day to day, or even memes. Memes are super cool to connect. Actually, I actually took the screenshot of this meme that I think is fantastic. It says, if this can be vodka, you can be anything you want to be. So, which is a potato, So, and the reactions, they were fantastic. Like everyone was liking, commenting, like,
I don't know if everybody knows, but actually here in Ireland, we do everything. Like potatoes are everything. So even vodka, they do vodka with potatoes. So that is the thing. So it's actually pretty fun.
Where did you find that photograph?
on LinkedIn. If you want, I can pass it to you.
Would you mind if I use that on my on one of my activities?
No, we don't mind. We don't mind at all.
Oh,
You
so
can
I have
actually
your
use-
permission then.
You have your permission.
I think that
absolutely.
is beautiful. I love that. Plus,
Exactly.
I love vodka too.
Exactly. So I think it's amazing, and I'm pretty sure that the owner, which is Anne, a very good friend of us, is going to be even delighted if you can actually share, because it's the reality, and that reaction is exactly the connection that even a meme can provide. And when you are connecting in that way, is very powerful. So be introduce this to your day-to-day, to the day-to-day posting. If you are on LinkedIn or if you are on TikTok, don't hesitate to actually to provide some content that connect. I have seen amazing posting, for example, this girl, she's hiking, and she said like, hey, I have been exploring hiking by myself. What do you think about hiking? What are your plans for the weekend? And then people, they just start commenting, hey, can we go hiking together? So she's actually connecting, which is an amazing, because the reality is that we are business owner, we provide services, but people buy people. No one is going to buy the lesson. People, they will buy who provides the lesson. So start putting all this strategy into your business together. And then
I just wanted to say that I love how he said he was focusing on copyright, and he was immediately like, I have your permission to use this in one of my activities. Cool.
that is very good. That is exactly
Why-
copyright.
I'm sorry. Why is that funny?
Because you were staying true to, you said my focus now is on copyright, learning about copyright. and immediately you ask her, can I use this? I have your permission.
So you are
Well,
actually practicing what are you learning. Very good.
Oh, okay,
You
I got
pass,
it.
you pass the test. Excellent, which is very good actually. And then the sell. You know, many of our clients, they are ashamed to put a sell. You know, it's like I'm offering this, although it's not very common, but I truly believe that you need to tell the person, hey, this is my edutaining, and this is my story, and this is my content, and I'm connecting with you because I want you to come to my workshop, because I want you to join my community. So don't be actually ashamed to tell people, hey, book your discovery call. Because if you want to achieve, of course, you can do it in a very, catchy way, as our friend Katie, where she says, foundations stone for a balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty. Zig Ziglar, and then a picture and book your. So she's actually connecting. So I think with this in mind, guys, start have some some mix in your social media, regardless if you are in TikTok or in LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook. Don't I'm not going to say don't, because the word is not don't bore, but just have more entertaining. Provide more to your audience so they can actually educate themselves, but they as well, you give them the inspiration to go further, and then you are connecting, so they have that connection and that bonding with you, and then you sell. So, and this is in the way that Ada and myself, we do it, and then we provide this to our clients, and it has been an extremely successful. So, and now we go to the good part, the copywriting. The copywriting, it is something, and actually going back to the copywriting, and then in the pictures, a picture is a picture, and of course it's amazing, but the copywriting, it's a key for the person to, once you grab the attention. So in terms of when copywriting became something, so the picture or the video grabs the attention, and then the client, not once you have the attention of the client, you need to be very powerful. You need to provide a powerful statement for the client to follow you, um, um, to like, comment, follow, or sign up. Okay, so once you have that attention, because the picture or the video grabbed the attention of the client, get a good copywriting. It can be many strategies at the moment, and for so many years this has been working for me, and if it works, I stick with it. So I'm going to share what works for me, and for me is the methodology PSPP, which is problem, solution, product, and promotion. And it can be as long as you want, as short as you want, but and if you want to mix that, the order doesn't affect the result, or you can actually follow the same flow. But for me, this works. And I put actually some examples here from, for example, from Denise. She's a money mindset mentor, and she started telling people why it is time for women to start talking about money. Are you comfortable talking with money? So she's bringing that awareness. Do you avoid conversations about money? Money can be a major cause of stress for women, but it is time to talk openly about money. So she's actually providing the problem. How often do you talk about problem as a money? How often do you face your finance? So she with the problem, like showing the reality, people are like, and then go, how this often manifests for women of service. So she's actually providing this. It can be a massive problem because you can be afraid, you keep apologizing, or you stop your business to grow. And then she provides the solution. The fastest way to fix this problem is by learning to get comfortable with money. Being broke is temporary, but being poor is a mindset. And if you want to hit your income goal, it is time to shift your mindset. So she's actually providing the solution. Come on, let's go, let's get into it. And she closed with a product and promotion. Money mindset is actually very flexible. I would love to support you in reaching your income goals. Let's chat. So she's providing, let's chat. This is the problem, this is the solution, I can help you to fix this. And the call to action, let's chat. And I couldn't take a full picture, but this is like book a free consultation with us. So in this really tells the person what is the problem? What are the consequences? However, it is a solution. So take the solution, promote the solution. Okay. I will go. This is something that I posted in my social media. We became, it was for ADA's roundtable and became super popular. It's like a problem. What is going on with TikTok that everyone is talking about it? Despite the fact that this platform has become the most popular in social media, there is some stereotypes that haunt it. So I'm telling you the problem. I don't want to dance. Why TikTok is not only TikTok is only for teenagers. My client is knowing TikTok. So we have a problem. It's becoming popular, but it has a stereotype. So I said, really, we want to talk about certain myths and give you another perspective. So here comes the solution, and the solution comes with in a round table. This week we will talk about, so go to the problem. I will tell the person what are we talking about it, and then the promotion. Reserve your place here in the link. So with this methodology, you really bring people to the, okay, I feel you. I feel that pain because that pain is actually mine. I have that thought. And then you actually tell people, really? Like just challenge, like we need to address this. If we need to address this is the solution, and this is the product or the offer and the promotion, call to action, click here and etc. The idea, and it's not a best formula, and I'm not a copywriter, an expert copywriter myself. I have some knowledge, and this is how it has been working for us. And I'm pretty sure that another copywriters, they will actually have maybe a better formula. However, for us, we have tested in lots of our clients and even in our social media. And once you have a powerful picture, grab the attention and then close with a very strong copywriting. And even about I actually want to go back to the potato post. I know it looks very small, but actually, Anne, it was an amazing picture. It's like I want to use it. Even Papa was like, I want to use it, but she didn't write anything. She just put hashtag motivation, hashtag this, and then we were like, you missed that, because you already grabbed attention. So she actually had the opportunity to say, are you struggling becoming the person that you want to be? Do you feel that you are not going anywhere? Don't worry. If even close with a joke, if the potatoes can be, you can. So book a session with me. Extremely important to work together. If you have a strong video, close with a high copywriting, because the reality is that we have the tendency to see and then to read, no vice versa. So keep an eye and work together. Have a very catchy picture and then a very powerful copywriting. And this is the formula that we use, and it has been working extremely well. So just to close and then go back to the information and to the Q&A and the round table. Those are my tips that I really want for you to take away today. The first is understand the buyer persona. The reality is that if you don't know your client, you can have an amazing copywriting, but if doesn't connect with the pain of your client, it's going to be very challenging for you to connect. Remember that people wants to buy the solution. If you don't really know what is the painful point or the solution that the client is willing to pay for that, for the solution, is when we actually have a situation. So understand extremely well the buyer persona. My tip number 2 is create a list of topics you want to share with your audience. Sorry, with the mistypo here. So just have a list, and when you get stuck, you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to post. Go back, and then you actually have a list. Have a list of 10, 15 topics that they are interesting, and then that your buyer persona will be interested as well to know. And the third tip is connect with your client and share your why. And your why is your story. Show your before and after. Show how your methodology has been working for you, because you as a person, you are your best testimony. If we don't share how good our service or offer it has been working for us, it's going to be very challenging for the person to say like, what are you talking about it? So show your before and your after, and start going back and to have a very, outgoing social media platform where you edutain, connect, sell, and engage with your audience, okay, and inspire your audience. So now let's go to the Q&A. Let's go to the Q&A, guys. My favorite part. How it's any in particular? Let's actually go for the questions. Now that you saw that you are edutaining, connecting, inspiring, and sell, how good mix do you have in your social media? Do you think that you have a good mix, or do you have a tendency to go to just to certain area? I know Adam and myself, we actually hearing the same music, so we're like,
So I can go. Okay. So we have been like talking on this and about the copywriting. My experience is just like literally when I start doing the TikTok and the even like if you go and check my social media channels, they all have a purpose. So if you go literally on my Instagram, I post from time to time. And I know like most of people, they're actually not really interested in what I'm doing, but who am I, like what I'm doing at work, or let's say digital marketing or anything like that, but just what I'm literally doing every single day. So the audience is just different. When I start doing marketing and I decide just to use social media, I literally have to open new channels. And then I realized that even the copy and whatever I was writing in one place, like the audience was never engaging within on that. So what I wanted to say was that yes, the engaging part, it will always depend on the audience. So and the formula that Andrea uses, it's a little bit the formula, it's kind of same, but what I always think about is just about the it's like how the movies are. So you always want to solve the problem, but there is always kind of a hero. So you put a situation on a process or on the situation as the hero, and then you find a solution as like aha moment at the end. And that has worked pretty well for me. And then basically the strategy goes to every single social media or platform, but they work just in the different system, if it's LinkedIn or if it's TikTok or if it's Twitter. I do have a couple of Twitter accounts that are quite big as well. And they work, but yeah, we just need to just on the and then another thing that I was just thinking and taking notes what Andrea was talking was on the rhythm. So the way that you're actually publishing all of this is not, sometimes we think like, okay, so I have to be producing content and everything. How about the creativity and stuff? But the thing is that once you know what are the things that actually work, you can have a setup like, Monday, Motivation Mondays, Tuesdays, talking about testimonies, Wednesdays, talking about data, and then every day you talk about something different on your social media, and then you start just having a rhythm on the type of content that you're producing all the time.
that is actually a very good point, because sometimes we think that one post is going to it's going to give us all that credibility, and then it's going to give us all the clients that we need. And the reality is that even the massive companies, they actually post between 3 to 7 times a day, because they want just to be outside and to be present and to be present. They go more for volume. As for us as a consultant, we said go once strong, but not constant. If you don't want to post in a daily basis, just be constant. And if you say like I'm going to go 3 times a week, go 3 times a week, but be constant. And maybe that goes hand by hand of having a scheduled, having a calendar, having your maybe your to-do list, creating your content in a monthly basis. So you do it once and then you forget about it. I think one day I rang Ada and she says, "Oh, I just finished 7 videos for the next 2 weeks," and I'm like, "What do you mean? I thought you do it one by, like at the time." She's like, "No, you need to be, you need to be smart with your time and your content." It's like, good. So yeah, guys, it's something. It's anyone has some questions about the posting or the copywriting. What is working for you guys in your copywriting or in your posting?
No, first off, I think I understood why Papa didn't find it funny earlier on, because I thought he was focusing on copyright as owning, making sure you own a picture or a video or you have permission to post. But probably you were talking about copywriting in the sense of advertising.
Well, yes, I have been sales and marketing all my life, and I've had a long life, so I've had a lot of it. But most of my experience was in one-on-one, just like what's going on now, or having a sales call. And that's, that communication, that's how we learn to do it. Writing an occasional business letter is interesting, but when we get at this level, copywriting is, as been pointed out in this presentation today, the content for those videos, the content for every one of those streams of information, that's copywriting. I mean, you've got to focus on that. It's probably, in my judgment, it is the absolute most critical skill for any of us to be as good as we can be at. Anyway, copywriting, that's what I understood. I understood what you were doing when you said that earlier, but copywriting is, to me, well, no, not to me, to all of us, is the most important skill we can improve on, and we will never get as good as we're capable of being. So it's a lifelong adventure, and it gets to be fun. And if you haven't studied any copywriting, I will tell you a trick that I learned, and it's helped me a lot. One of my mentors, because I've hired a mentor in copywriting. I mean, I'm a very high-powered copywriter, and he's working with me. But one of the things he has me do is every day for an hour, I write out on a yellow pad the copy. I'm just copying his sales letters. But what happens in doing that, it's not the content, it's what happens. Your mind, first of all, you get just the act of writing on a pad of paper teaches your brain. It starts getting you in condition. And it's a tremendous experience. Just take some great sales letters that you've seen and just sit there, and an hour is an awful long time to write. And I mean, it's like you've run a mile after you do that. But if you do that, I do it every day. If you do that, pretty soon, what happened, I don't know how the magic works, but all of a sudden my thoughts start coming more clear. I can now sit down and create copy in a few minutes, as before I would sit here taking notes, trying to figure out how to say it, make sure I've worded it correctly, and spend a tremendous amount of time to create a few paragraphs that I need for my copy. And now I can just sit down, and for the most part, I can just sit down and write it, and it's done, and I can move on, and it's okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take into your time, but no, I believe copywriting.
No, it's amazing, to be honest, and I think I do think, even with the exercise that you were super kindly to share with us, I think that even when you copy and then you are copying that, you start knowing your voice. It's like, this is not me. I will say this in a different way. And maybe it's when you actually start creating your own voice. And that voice is what make you unique and make your brand. So from tomorrow, Adam, myself, every day writing. That is very good. Thank you.
Just start off, try to do it for 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I mean,
absolutely.
But just the I don't know how, it's the brain, the way you start up something in your brain that you hadn't done before, but the exercise, it does in fact have tremendous benefits as an exercise. But it's just going to the gym. It's not it's not going to teach you how to write good copy. It's just going to teach you about writing copy.
Yeah. That is awesome. And to be honest, that is the point that we do these roundtables, because we share our knowledge, but it's amazing that you can share your knowledge with all of us as well. Like, if together we support each other, it's actually amazing. So guys, I think that for today's round session, it has been extremely, it has been amazing, to be honest, all the knowledge that you guys share. And from now on, start thinking what I'm posting. I have my rhythm, I'm educating, I'm connecting, I'm inspiring. And then a picture is amazing, a picture grabs the attention, but in the copywriting is when you actually tell your voice, your message, like what is actually happening through your eyes. I see this problem, but I can help you with this. And I think it's in the way that it's actually where the magic happened. And I totally agree with you, Papadon. Copywriting is an amazing skill that all of us we need to master. It is what it is. Does anyone else have some questions, guys, or comments?
Just about edutaining. Like for a long time, I thought it was kind of dumbing down the content. But I'm following a few experts in the field of functional medicine, and I saw that even them, even if they're older, etc., they create content that's really entertaining. And sometimes I find it a bit silly, but it works. So I guess we should not have a judgment value about edutaining. It is the way it is. So you need the content to be entertaining and educational at the same time.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is actually one psychologist that I follow on TikTok that she provides amazing. That actually she became famous during the pandemic because she couldn't actually see her patients face to face, and she started creating videos. Now she has a book. I think it's Julie something. I actually their last name just went away, but and it's an amazing in the way, like she provides this education and in a very entertaining way, and that is so catchy that then you actually rely and say like, this is what I want. So thank you very much, Mary. You actually, we need to stop being ashamed to do some entertaining, some hands to be outside, because that shows as well our personality. So I'm looking forward to seeing your videos, Mary.
Me too. Yes, but well, thank you very much for sharing anyway. And I think it's quite clear as well about like copywriting. And I think the answer, because when we were just preparing for this roundtable, it was a lot of people always ask, and for me on the on my side as well as the digital marketing, usually clients come and they're like, can you do this? And the quick answer is yes, I can do it, but not with your voice. So there are many things that we do need to learn that that we have to put our essence. And I think this is the part that we just need to understand on this on when we're posting on social media, is that where do we put our essence in the post that we do. So yes, there is a lot of people that are doing and even using video content like TikTok or like shorts on YouTube Reels, or even Instagram, LinkedIn, but they're using it just obviously to entertain, but they're educating, because at the end, even though if you have a laugh, you're going to learn something, even if there is a little. And somebody was telling me the other day as well that sometimes you think that your clients, your ideal client, is not going to be on TikTok. But if you think about it, like you actually go to TikTok or to Instagram just when you're just tired and then you just don't want to think about anything, and then you just go to scroll down. And that is actually the best time to get your ideal client interested and wonders what you're saying. So yes, like doing this on social media, it's going to be working. And I think it's just what we have to see is just how it evolves, and we have to move and evolve with the platform, how they keep working and they keep moving. So thank you very much. I think we have to keep just working like the exercise on the copywriting, as Papadon is the same. every day, 100%. And yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's time to say goodbye. We really appreciate that all of you came over, and for the ones that they will see the, the recording. Thank you. Just for today, we actually moved the time, but next Wednesday we will see you at 8 p.m. as usual, UK Ireland time. If if all the content that you heard today that you learned is intriguing you and you want to move forward into a more strategic posting and educating and more and really nail your copywriting, please feel free to book your strategy session. Guys, that you have 45 minutes with us. So Ada and myself, we can actually go into your business and actually provide the best tools and the best tips for you to really start nailing your niche, your market buyer persona, and your voice outside. Okay, so if it's no any more questions, thank you very much for coming, and see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Good job, young ladies. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. Have a
Bye-bye.
lovely day anyway. Bye-bye.
Bye, Kalisha.
Bye, Maria. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. See you later.